picture contains intense scenes of extreme violence and horror. Suffer the curse of Bone Mother. Blood, fright, the flesh tear. Bone Mother, she'll eat your bones. Iron teeth into flesh. Bone Mother.
Hello, Gentle Peeps. This is Jack Lacey, the Gentle Peeps Creative Studios, and on my podcast on Spotify, You Don't Know Jack's Music. So if you're on either one of those, make sure that you're watching YouTube or Spotify listening, and you're going to get to hear this interview here with Casket Robbery. And Casket Robbery is a band that we're going to get into how I found them. It's kind of interesting. And I'm here with Megan, right? Megan, how do you say your last name, Megan?
Orvold.
Orvold. Okay, so Megan Orvold is the lead singer, and a lot of times if you go on Casket Robbery pages, you're going to see the her picture. Usually it's her face and a lot of the stuff that you see. She got, I think your eyes are all like you have some kind of contacts or something in your eyes. Is that contact?
Oh yeah, the white out ones. Yeah, those are
scary. Those are awesome. Those are awesome. So me and my wife, we actually went to Rocklahoma this last year, and we ran for Mr. and Mrs. Undead, and so I wanted some contacts like that so bad, like something to make my eyes look different. So that's pretty cool. That now I heard rumors that y'all were supposed to possibly go there. Was that just a rumor?
We were supposed to play there. Yeah.
On the zombies or on the Camp Zombie stage or something like that.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, with Nick.
Yeah.
And that fell through, I guess. Did y'all not go?
It did. So hopefully this next time.
Yeah. Did y'all not go at all?
We didn't. We did not.
Okay. Yeah. Because a lot of those bands switched over to another stage called Raw and Unplugged. And it turned out to be really awesome. I interviewed two bands while I was there at Raw and Unplugged stage in Rocklahoma. So it'd been cool to see y'all there. I knew that when I first saw their layout before they canceled it, that y'all were on that bill. And I was like, that is so cool. So I started following y'all then. And then Nick gave me some information. And I think that's how I kind of contacted y'all. I don't know who I talked to first, was you or if it was Cory. I don't know who I talked to on Facebook about setting up an interview with you all.
I think probably Cory.
Okay.
He usually gets the messages faster than I do.
Okay. So it's you, Megan, Cory, and then Troy, right?
Yep.
Okay. So just y'all three right now? Because I noticed in different videos there's 4 or 5 people.
There is, yeah. We have some like fill-ins for drums and things like that now. But yeah.
I thought you said villains at first. You have some villains.
Well, maybe that too.
Maybe that too. So the cool thing about Casket Robbery, and if any of you never checked out some of their pages, they're on you're on Instagram and you're on Facebook and you're on YouTube. The videos are fantastic. I want to get in that here in a little bit. But you're also on Twitch and Discord. You'll do like a pizza party, Patreon. You do a pizza. So tell me about that. Tell me about your Patreon fans. What y'all get to do that other people don't get to see.
When the pandemic hit, we had 3 tours canceled right away, and knew that we'd have to keep going through all this uncertainty. And it had always been in our back pocket to work with through Patreon. And so we all sat down and kind of made this template of what we'd like to be our Patreon to be. And on Facebook, we have a group called Coven of Souls that we've kind of curated to this family almost. Right. And so we wanted our Patreon to be one step above that, to see behind the scenes stuff. So joining that, you see based on what tier you apply in.
Right.
Whatever tier you pay for monthly gets you more and more access to certain things. And that ranges from discount codes. It ranges from online content. We have the monthly pizza parties where we all just join in a Discord group and are all live and just sit and talk and eat pizza.
I've actually gone on some of your Instagram lives
Yes.
And I've always like just said, hey, and give a thumbs up or
they're so much fun.
And listen to some of y'all talking on there, because the thing about it is, Casket Robbery is not only you're not just a metal, death metal heavy great band, but you're also like into horror, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And so that makes you kind of got the horror death metal vibe going, which is super cool, because a lot of people, my wife definitely loves horror movies. And then the fact that you put that in there with your music and kind of infuse that. So y'all had one time y'all were actually watching movies. Would you like with your fans, right?
We do. Yep. Saturday nights. Yep.
Saturday nights, and y'all just watch a movie. Y'all just talk about it during the movie or something. How do you do that?
Yep. We all just hop in there. We'll all joke around during it and just watch the same movie. And it's been really fun. Again, especially through while everything was shut down. No one was able to go out or like be around people. So that was super helpful. And then it's kind of just morphed into this fun thing that we do every Saturday now. And sometimes we have little parties in it for people's birthdays and stuff. But yeah, nice. We just watch movies and hang out.
Nice. So it's the same kind of thing as like I have my flag here. This is Sign of Lives, a band I interviewed at Rocklahoma, Perseus. And of course my leather jacket with all my patches. But that's kind of like the way I'd like to do. I like to shout out my bands that I've talked to, so getting into the merch side, y'all are sick with some merch. Y'all got some cool stuff. I mean, you have coffee. You have your own coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit more about your merch that people can buy.
Yeah, we've kind of tailored our brand to always like stay on top of new merch ideas. Cory's great at constantly putting artwork for our singles, our album work, anything really. Now we're kind of in this fun position where we're switching out a lot of stuff with our new logo. We've got flags, we've had coffee cups, we have our own coffee. Yes. Yep. I make jewelry for it. Like we have these little coffin nail necklaces that we make with our own guitar strings and stuff. Yeah, the list goes on. I have like a throw blanket around here somewhere.
My wife needs that. She needs that necklace. It's like what is it?
They're so cool.
Guitar strings with a coffin. What?
Nail? Coffin nail. Yep.
Oh, nice. That sounds very cool. And so just the merchandise side is awesome, because we know, my wife and I, we do podcast. We have several podcasts and different things we do. So we know that merchandising is something that helps your business grow, and that gets you the extra money in. But on top of that, y'all just went to a festival, and don't tell me, I got it right here, the Wisconsin Metal Fest, right?
Yep.
So tell me about that. That was just the last weekend?
It was this last Saturday. It was actually our first show in 2 years.
Yeah.
So
how was it?
It was big. It was, oh my gosh, it was packed. It was completely packed, and it was so nice.
I saw you talking to the crowd in your little short, and you're like, hey, so glad we're here. And just the people, was it indoors, it looked like, or?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We have a little venue here in Madison. And well, it's not a little venue, but
it looked like it was pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty big venue. But we love and all the safe practices and stuff. Everyone was really great all night. So
any bands that we know of that played there?
Bongzilla.
Bongzilla, okay.
Yeah. It was just so.
Is it Wisconsin bands?
Yeah, it's Wisconsin bands, and this one is kind of a different kind of festival. Mm-hmm. It's more of a music festival, and we were part of the metal part. Okay. A few venues in Madison take on really, I don't know, like 9 or 10 genres of music, and give them each a night, and they call it all an encompassing festival. So ours was the metal night, and I think jazz night was the night after, and a bunch of stuff. So yeah, right.
good for the jazz people. I'm wearing as you see, I got my Slipknot shirt on.
Yep.
And all my patches here. Definitely nothing jazz there. Definitely metal, heavy metal. Korn, Jonathan Davis. different stuff like that. We love, and I'm personally like, I love screamo. Like if it's like if it's in your face, like, oh, I'm just like, I was like, oh my God, I'm in love. So to go to that, is that you do that, right?
Yeah.
You do the screamo part of a lot of it.
Yeah, I do all the harsh vocals.
Yeah, so that's why I told my wife, we were listening. I go, that's Megan. And she goes, no, I go, yeah, that's Megan. Like, oh, and I was like, that is so cool. So Bone Mother, right? That song that's mainly is it mainly you or vocals, or is it you and Cory?
Oh, it's all me. It's just all me.
It's all you.
Me. Yeah.
It's all Megan. Megan's all in one. Okay. Because at first I was like, even one of our boys is like, that sounds cool. And I go, yeah, that's a female singer. And he goes, no. I go, yeah. And so it just really surprises people that that's a female singer. That can get that kind of that growl and that screamo type of metal out there. Now I do have to ask, who does your videos? Claymation type stuff for Bone Mother? I loved it. So who does that? Who did that?
Yeah, Shane Minot from Budget Blood Productions. He did that. He lives in South Africa. So he did that one. And then it kind of, our live videos, we have a few people. Eddie Kieran from Enterprise Films is local to Wisconsin, lives around Milwaukee, has done our live videos. And yeah.
So Annabella's Hell, I love that video too.
That one was cool, and that one was before me.
I saw it. Yeah, I didn't see you in that one.
I did some vocals in there, like voice acting stuff. I was the little girl in it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was all me.
Cool.
But yeah, that was the previous vocalist.
Okay. Well, then that's the thing I know is, of course, you go back. So what I wrote was, I think it started back in when did y'all start? Like before you got there, I guess. What did it start? 2014, 16? When did
2012 really
2012.
Okay. Yeah, 2012, 2013 is when Cory and the original vocalist kind of started this as a side project kind of thing. Cory was in a bigger band at the time, Luna Mortis, and so him and Dustin started this as a side thing, and it kind of just grew into this thing. So yeah,
that's cool, because I definitely saw that. And I noticed that you had your, Megan, Cory, and Troy, and y'all use like drummers for different things. Are y'all eventually going to get a full drummer guy for y'all's band? Is it like full time?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a weird spot right now. Getting people who want to tour and can do the material in or around. We have a lot of people in different places right now that we can kind of fly out here.
Right.
And do that to pick up for tours and such. So yeah, it's definitely something we're on the lookout for.
So some tours coming, is that what you're saying?
Fingers crossed. Yes, but yes, definitely.
Juggling that with all the promoters and different things, and the stages and different things that go on. I think that just from going to Rocklahoma, and I don't get me wrong, I love Camp Zombie with Nick. They're fabulous. Raw stage is fabulous, but those are like, you play free, right? And so when you get them to bigger stages like the Deb stage and different things like that, I'm assuming you get paid to be on those. So I feel just from listening to your music and watching that y'all are definitely more of the higher end bands that would play there. I know that they have the Blue Ridge Festival is here, and we're here in Virginia. We just moved here 2 weeks ago from Oklahoma. So we're excited to go to the Blue Ridge Festival hopefully this year, and a lot of good bands there. Now Wisconsin, I looked, the metal festival where y'all were at, 16 hours from us, and we were like, oh, that's a long ways away.
Yep. And we're on a few metal festivals this summer, so I can't announce any of them yet, but we are. Well, one of them is Midwest Death Fest. That one I can announce because it got announced already. But
so where's Midwest Death Fest at?
That's going to be in Minnesota.
Okay, very cool. Still a ways away from Virginia, but
a little bit.
I'm hoping that y'all travel and come around closer this way.
We really want to. We have a lot of friends out there too. My friends in Blackwater Drowning, from down where you are, played Blue Ridge. My friend Mindy from Dying Oath down there. So yeah, we've got a lot of friends that we've made. We've done a few US tours, so we've picked up a lot of friends along the way in different bands. So
I can't wait till you play somewhere we get to actually, me and my wife get to go see you. That way we know them. So,
yeah.
So one of the things that was cool was that back in Oklahoma, we went and saw a band called Raven Black.
Yes.
At the Diamond Ballroom, and I noticed they follow you on Instagram, and I was like, that is so cool, because we took pictures with them, and they were fabulous. They were so cool and nice in person, but their music was fantastic. And at the Diamond Ballroom in Oklahoma City when we saw them, and I saw they followed you, and they're definitely similar type of music.
Yeah.
They got the makeup and stuff, and they're very cool. Got a really cool picture of my wife, and the lead singer's name? I can't remember her name. But it was pretty cool that we had them on there. So on the page are listed as horror infused death metal. So explain to our audience what that means.
Yeah. So I think you stated a little bit ago, we really are into horror movies and horror themes, where we get a lot in interviews and such, like what are your musical influences and stuff like that. Well, we all have our separate musical influences, but really what we take from most in all of our stuff is our influences from horror movies. So you'll see that lyrically, you'll see that musically, all of that in our live show, the samples that we use, stuff like that. So sometimes when we just want to sit down and write, and we're sitting on a full-length album right now that we're just waiting to release.
I'm waiting. So Evolution of Evil was your last one, right?
Yep, that was the last full length. Yep, we did an EP after that, and then a few singles.
Right. But singles are the way to go now on Spotify.
Yeah, they really are. When we were writing this album, Cory and I would literally just throw on like horror movies in the background and kind of see what happened with that. So that's really what it is. That's kind of how we brand ourselves.
Favorite horror movie?
Pumpkinhead.
Pumpkinhead. Okay. I don't think I've seen that one. I'm sure my wife has seen it. Have you seen
old.
That?
It's old.
She says she's seen it. She's seen it. But me, I'm like Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah.
My favorites. That was like so awesome. Come Down and Play. The Horde and the Hideous. Love that. That was so cool. So that line right there, come down and play. So does anybody like say that, yell at concerts? Like that seemed like that'd be the start of the concert, like come down and play. And Casket Robbery.
That was actually our opening song on
was
Saturday.
It?
So
yes, that just is so cool. Come down and play.
Yeah, so it was fun.
On Spotify, your most played song is From Hell. It has 225,989 plays.
Yep.
From Hell. So do you sing on that one now? Because that was an older tune, right?
I do. Yep, that one was me.
That was you. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And then of course I love Pockets Lined with Flowers. That one's it kind of reminds me of the old school, like that's to cover up the scent, that people used to put flowers in their pockets and their clothes to kind of cover up body odor, right? And different things. Is that kind of what that is, or that is not just off the base all the way? Because that's
so that one I wrote about the Black Plague.
The Black Plague, yeah.
People would get all the sores and stuff. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Man, see, I love it. I was thinking the same thing when I heard that. So tell me about I can't say it here. I have my special drink here. That's in my head here. Milwaukee. I can't say it.
Oh, Malevolent Milwaukee Massacre.
Thank you, dear Lord.
Yeah, that one's off Evolution of Evil. Yeah. We have played that live though. I actually really secretly like playing that one live a whole lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was before me.
That's a tongue twister.
It is.
So, and then I wrote here down at the bottom. Oh yeah, your deal. I wrote that down. I really got interested because I just I directed it and did my own music video, and for a friend of mine, I directed, edited, and did it. And so watching music videos from other people are super interesting to me. So,
yeah.
right. So just had a little bit of technical difficulty. I probably did a little split there, and it happens. So thank you, Megan, for bearing with us on my technical difficulty.
No worries.
But I did want to talk about, so on your Facebook page, you'll have 18,000 followers. So what do you accredit that to, that have so many followers?
I think a lot touring. And then a lot is Cory and myself are pretty interactive with all of our fans and all of the things online and all of the platforms. So it's really important for us to build the relationships with our fans and like genuine relationships with everyone. Right. So I think that translates. And it's really just us getting ourselves out there, being on the road, stuff like that. Kind of being adaptable to everything as it comes to the past 2 years, knowing what different things we have to jump on. Like I had to download TikTok and like mess with that and figure that out. And that helped a little bit. And just as these new things pop up, just kind of constantly keep adapting.
And that's what it is, like keeping up with social media, especially as bands, you have to be able to do that. It's one of the things you'll learn about Casket Robbery. I don't know if this happens every time, but like my wife went and followed y'all, and y'all sent her a quick little message saying thanks for following. And as a regular person, I can't play instruments, I can't sing. So when I go follow a band, they actually tell me thanks for following. That's pretty awesome. I mean, that makes people want to like, oh, I really want to check them out now because they're more personal to me. I feel like I'm more connected. And I think that's what you all do better probably than nearly anybody I've seen with your Discord and your Twitch and your Patreon and just your Facebook and Instagram, is I feel like y'all are more connected to your audience. And of course it takes more time, takes more effort to spend that, extra time doing that. But I think in the long run, it's definitely beneficial to you all. And you can see it kind of in your, let's look at your, I know that, where are y'all at here? On Instagram, so y'all are 2,300 followers, almost 2,500. So that's good, because you always think about who's following me, why are they following me, and are they other bands, are they other producers, or are they fans? And I'm sure you said your fan page, what is it, Covenant of Souls? So is that like a page on Facebook?
It's a group on Facebook.
Okay, I'm about to join it. So
yeah. It's fun.
I think I deserve to be part of it now.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, I know that just from listening to music, whether it be big bands, small bands, I've done bodyguard work for huge, big singers back years ago. And when I was a younger man, and I know that just the fact of meeting somebody or talking to somebody that it's an influence of yours musically, it's exciting,
Yeah.
We met Blue October. We met them in person, and just hanging out for a few minutes talking to them was just like super exciting. You already love their music, you love their videos, and getting to meet somebody. We had VIP to Megadeth. We were right up front with Megadeth. So I know that fans love when they love a song that touches them in some form or fashion, and then they get to actually interact with the singers or the musicians in the band, the artist of some sort. It definitely makes connection, that they seem to like follow you further. They seem to be more invested in you. So I applaud y'all for doing that, because I've seen when like I said, I think on Instagram a couple times, I've seen a couple of your lives, and I went on there and y'all commenting to the people who are talking to you, and I think that makes a huge difference. But at the same time, you can just go, like my wife, she's busy. She's big jobs. She's always doing stuff. So she's more of a Spotify, what can I listen to, what I love. And she just loves your music. So, and that right there is another aspect that, so she don't have to meet people. She don't have to be like I want to talk to everybody. I'm like, let me interview you. Let me talk to you. I want to dig in your head and kind of see what it is about the directing and the music. And so one of the things I love to ask people is, what was your influence when you first got started in music?
Oh goodness. I have been a lifelong musician, always singing, always in choirs, did show choir, all of this stuff. Got into metal like later high schoolish, later teens.
That was like
and
2 years ago, because you're like super young.
I'm 34.
Okay, still super young.
All right. And then like just decided I wanted to join my first band. I listened to a lot of like Seven Dust and
Seven Dust, okay.
And yeah, and spanning like Cannibal Corpse, Lamb of God, all that stuff.
Oh,
and
we love Lamb of God. Yeah,
love Randy Bly like so much. So he's a really, really big influence for me.
Okay.
And then I slowly started getting into like the more extreme and heavier stuff. So those are my big influences, really.
Okay, so being your influences and what you love, anybody you've met that you like is big, that you like, oh my God, I met them, and like your starstruck fanboy type thing, like I do sometimes with my favorites.
So many. Yeah, like we've been pretty lucky to share the stage with some really amazing bands. Like it was really, I was super into, I really love the Agonist. So Elisa, I met on her show when she came around here. That had to have been 2013.
Okay.
And that was really, really cool. Because for me, as someone who had just started, is when I joined my first band, seeing her and the vocal range that she had before she left the Agonist was really cool and super inspiring. I met Straight Line Stitch. I loved Maria Brink, all of them.
Yeah. Oh,
so
in this
really
moment?
Like those female powerhouses kind of shaped initially. I listened to a lot I listened to a lot of Cannibal and Cattle Decapitation and all of that, but seeing those strong females right around me, like dipping my toes in the waters, was super influential to me.
Yeah, so we saw In This Moment a couple times with Maria, and just her voice. Like we saw her inside one time, and she was so powerful. Her voice like blew away the indoors. And then of course we saw her outdoors, and she puts on an amazing show, and we love to see her. I went and saw, and again talking about people you love, I went and saw Doyle from Misfits. Got like within 5 feet and got to take some pictures of him, and just things like that is always inspiring for people like me who do photography, interview bands, and so the fact that I love to hear bands talk about their influences and talk about people they've loved to meet, because some people, especially younger people who listen to a band, don't think sometimes about, somebody inspired you, somebody got you on that trek of where you wanted to go, and that's good for them to hear that. I didn't start out just by playing music because I loved it and nobody else inspired me, and I played my way on. Somebody inspired everybody, right? In some form of fashion. You had to get into singing when you were young because probably somebody in school, a teacher, family member, somebody said, "Oh, you got a good voice. You should sing." And I think that that's how people grow in their endeavors of what they want to do. So I'm super excited about that part. So any concerts coming up soon that we know about?
We're playing a show locally again in Madison on March 26th. So we're looking forward to that. We're headlining that show. More of an extreme metal night at one of our favorite clubs. So we have not been back there for 2 years. So I'm excited about that one too.
And see, I never thought of Wisconsin as like metal. It's like, that's so neat to hear that they're.
I know we've got a lot of metal community here, and really, really great bands coming out. Check out Macabre, Jungle Rot, just so many.
All right, very good. And so definitely, if you're listening, check out those bands, because the great thing about bands is that y'all all play together. So you love each other, you learn from each other, and then the different thing is that y'all play together. A lot of times, y'all play together at a lot of different venues. So you're with the same people a lot of times, and some people are like, "Oh, I've seen them." And I've seen those two bands together a lot of times. It's because they play at the same places. Because your type of music that's the kind of type of music people are coming to see. And so you're going to see that. Otherwise, definitely check out in my YouTube video below. You won't be able to see it on Spotify. You'll have to go to my YouTube. But on my Spotify, you don't know Jack's music. You'll be able to hear all this. But on my YouTube, down below, I'm going to have every link I can to Casket Robbery of their Instagram, their Discord, their Facebook, their Spotify, because I want you to go check them out. I'm also going to do a little verb to your merchandise, because your merch is probably some of the best I've ever seen out of a lot of the bands I've seen. So I'm super excited about that, and I think people need to shout it out. And it's cool to see people wearing Casket Robbery shirts when they come somewhere. I'm sure that's awesome to see that. Your point. Otherwise, Megan, you have anything else to let us know about before we get out of here?
No, that's perfect. Go check out our videos, check out our socials, casketrobbery.com. You'll find everything. So it goes
to your link tree. You have a link tree that has all the links on Instagram. So it has links to every little thing that y'all do. So definitely go check that out below. And we're excited to shout you out. And hopefully in the future, we'll get some more videos and interviews and stuff with y'all as y'all continue to grow.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, Megan. Appreciate your time. Everybody, thanks for rocking out with us. We appreciate it.